when we met, it was like fireworks.
How y'all met and where you guys met?
All right, we met at a night. Well, it was like a lounge. It was this very small lounge
In Boston?
in Providence,
Providence.
Rhode Island. Yeah.
Is that where you're from?
Yes.
Okay.
And yep, he was working there. But he was like more in charge of like collecting the money, you know, counting what's left for inventory, stuff like that.
Okay.
So he wasn't like a DJ.
She likes the money man.
Well,
sometimes
hello.
you gotta put your standards up, everyone.
You got to be able to. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I like a man that's at least, you know, well put together. Can
Okay.
Making some bread, yeah.
So we met and it was, okay, so I'm sitting next to my friends in a VIP and he would not stop staring at me all night. But it was that type of stare where it's like, like, cause you know, you're outside, you know, you can see it. You know, when people are attracted to you around you, especially at a club, like, you know, who's looking at you, who's not.
Yeah.
But you also know when it doesn't even like matter. Like, but with him, it's like we are like, I don't know, our souls like.
Cool. You liked her. I mean, you liked him. That's why when he stared at you,
Yes.
it was not a problem. You didn't think he was a creep.
No, I didn't. No,
Because
no.
you were attractive.
Yes, I
him.
was very
Yeah.
much attracted to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he walked up to the side of me, and he didn't say anything. And we were all smoking, and he passed me a blunt that he was smoking. And it's like from there on, we didn't even share any words. I just said thank you, whatever. I stood there. I still was having a good time with my friends. And when we were leaving, my friend goes, because she knew the whole time he was staring at me, and we were like, you know, talking within each other. And I said to her, do you think he's cute? She goes, yeah, he's cute. I think you should go get his number or something. I'm like, no way. That's not like me. I will never ask somebody for their number. So we're leaving. We walk right by him. And she's like, get her Instagram or something like that. And yeah. And he was like, yeah. So he followed me out. He gave me his phone. And we exchanged information. And for 5 months straight after that, we were together every day. Every day. And it was crazy because he loves fishing and he loves to do a whole bunch of adventurous things that I love to do. And it's hard to find somebody with the same hobbies as you, you know, because
We were both the same sign, so
yeah, we were both the same sign, yes. Which
had a lot of things in common.
And he even knew it. He was like, we are one and the same. And I'm like, yes, we are, but there's also certain things about Scorpio men that are very like different than women.
Well, that's with every sign. The woman is very different from the man.
He has certain tendencies that I didn't have.
Yeah.
So I was basically living like a dream come true, right? As though I felt.
All right, 1 second before I continue. The day you guys met at the bar, right, at lounge, how long did it take you guys to go on the first date or make it official?
Okay, make it official.
Oh, the first, after that date, right? When was the next day you guys met? Was it after a week, a month?
It was the next day.
The next day?
The next day.
Shit.
When I tell you we were together every day, we were together every day.
Okay, the next day you guys met, was it like a day or just like?
No, I was actually out watching the boxing match, the fight.
Okay.
And this was September 31st, I think, or something like that. I was out watching the fight at another lounge, and he was like, hey, I'm out of work. What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm up the street. And so we hung out afterwards. And then from there, yeah.
All right, continue.
So, yeah, so we went on many adventures. We did everything together. We ate. That was our thing, eating food together. So I want to say.
The mic.
I said hands the ass. Your butt was bigger last year, right? Was it last year?
Yeah, September, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Hence the ass.
Yeah, hence the ass.
Screaming. I'm done.
He was eating out a lot, that's why. He was happy weight.
I was happy then. Yes,
Yeah.
I was very happy, yeah. And then, I don't know, a week later, we went out for dinner, and it was great. It was like, it was just amazing. And then I realized that he was being secretive with his phone in a sense where, for me, it's a red flag if we're together and I hear your phone like buzzing, but I don't see any notifications on your screen. So I used to say to him, like, hey, like after like 2 or 3 months, I said to him, like, something that's kind of been bothering me. I feel like I've noticed it more recently. Like, I don't see any notifications on your phone and you're receiving text messages because the buzz. You can hear the buzz. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, I like my privacy. I'm like, I like my privacy too, but I don't understand why it's a problem to be open about who messages you on your phone. Yep. Like, that's a little skeptical. So he thought he was slick and he went on his notifications and he enabled like YouTube. He enabled like a few other apps that were not social. So I knew something was up. So I noticed little things like him, energy doesn't lie. That's one thing. Like, you could be in a relationship with somebody and you could just be having the best day. But the moment you're sitting together and like they're on their phone and you all of a sudden get a sense of like, like that person, you feel like that person's doing something wrong.
Like something is off, yeah.
Yeah, like something's just weird.
Women are good at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like sensing. Yeah.
It's where we're very intuitive.
Yes. And I warned him like that same week we met. I'm like, listen, I'm not the one to just be lying to, none of that, because I just ended a relationship where I figured out he was, not doing the right thing either. So, this time around, I wanted to count for something. And he was like, yes, like all about me, didn't want to be without me, all this stuff. So then when I noticed his phone and stuff, and I was like, hey, do you mind? Because you see who texts me, I'm not out here doing anything. I don't have conversations with nobody that's inappropriate, et cetera, et cetera. So one night we went out to eat dinner and I noticed that a couple people were FaceTiming him. So I said, who's that? Like, when a female FaceTimes a man, I feel like that means a little something more. Am I wrong? Or what do you think?
It depends, though. That might be someone from his family.
It
family
could be.
Member.
Right, but if it's not, what's it more likely to be? Like, what is your...
Maybe it might be a friend that they've been friends for a long time. They're very, very...
Maybe, but I would never see these phone calls in the past. So like things started popping up. So he was lying about it. So one night we went out to dinner. We came home. We actually made ramen with all the seafood that we bought. So like we made it. We put garlic. And that's another thing. He's a chef.
Okay.
So I love that about him. I was like, this is the one for me. He can fend for himself. He can cook. I can cook too. We can cook together in the kitchen. I love that. That's like part of my love language, spending time with that person. So everything was great. And then we laid down and then he fell asleep with his phone in his hands. So I took the opportunity and I went into the phone and I looked.
Wait, so the phone didn't have any password? No.
I had no password. He left it. He was watching like some type of a game or something and it was unlocked.
I see.
But I'll tell you how I unlocked it afterwards. So I go on his phone, whatever, and I am like completely outraged. And she met him.
I did meet him.
He helped me do a whole bunch like with her and
her.
The
best friend has to meet.
He loved her. He was like, oh, and she loved him. Like, I'm like, I used to tell her, I'm like, he is it. I thought he was it, but whatever. Long story short.
Well, I kind of pointed out the red flags.
A little bit. But I was still giving him the benefit of the doubt because I liked him so much. She was still giving him the benefit of the doubt, yeah.
Wait, I'll come back to you.
Okay.
What was the red flags that you pointed at?
She was already telling me about the FaceTiming and the secret messages. So I was like, okay, pay attention to those red flags because he's very young. How old is he? 20?
He's 4 years younger than me.
So he was young. He was a good-looking man. I didn't feel like he was completely ready to settle down. I think what he saw in front of him was an opportunity because she is a very strong, independent woman, and that's an opportunity for a man to come in and feel comfortable and make himself comfortable, but not make himself settled with her. He's going to be exploring his options as he's comfortable with the woman who's going to hold him down.
Okay.
So
that's basically it. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the phone. He was sleeping.
He was sleeping. Yes, he was sleeping. So I said, you know what? Give me this phone. So I grabbed the phone and I was like completely outraged. I was more disappointed than anything. I felt so disappointed more than anything in that moment. Not even, I was sad, but more disappointment. And I found out he was like on like these dating apps.
Okay.
he was having some conversations with some females, but nothing serious I saw.
Okay.
But then I went through his camera roll, and I realized that he had been hanging out with a couple of girls. I don't know who they are, but I realized that he was hanging out with a couple of girls when I saw the pictures, and so I was upset.
Yeah.
So I went on his story, on his Instagram story, and I posted a picture of our initials and our names that he wrote on his hand one day. Because I was like, you know what? Screw this. Like, all these girls can know, like, I've, you know, just to piss him off, I guess, or to piss whoever is watching off. Yeah. And so I posted on his Instagram and his Facebook, and in that moment, the phone locked. And I was like, fuck.
Wait, how did the phone lock?
It timed out.
Were you still using it?
I was using it, yes, but I also was, like, on my phone. Like,
oh, okay. So you put it down.
I put it down, yeah, and I was on my phone.
Gotcha.
And the phone locked, and I was like, oh, man.
So the phone locked after you post?
After I posted, yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't done searching. I think I still had to go through, like, Instagram or something.
Okay.
And he was sleeping next to me, and I said, okay, so I don't know his passcode, but he's got the face recognition. So I'm like, hey, I'm waking him up. He gets up, and he's like, what? And like, so let's say he's on this side, and I'm on his right side. So I was like, hey. And he's like, what? And like, when he opened his eyes and unlocked the phone.
You toxic.
But I was not playing.
You should be a cybersecurity person. I'm cybersecurity. You should join my team.
She knows.
This is my spy. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go, Natalie.
This right here is my spy when I've ever needed to find some stuff out.
I am the
or
one.
we needed to stalk on some people. Or we needed to unhack
way.
my Instagram.
Unhack her Instagram, forget it.
This is the person I run to.
So is that what you guys do daily? Is that your side job?
No.
Well, we don't stalk people like in a creepy way. That's
no.
We're just doing some research to see what's up, like what's going on.
We're seeing these people.
We're trying to connect the dots. That's what we're trying to do. Connect the dots.
Connect the dots. And it's happened in some occasions. It's not a thing that happens all the time. But we'll get into my story in a little bit.
Well, my story is absolutely absurd. It's crazy.
These girls are toxic, but
no,
I am very, but it's like I'm the type of girl where it's like
it's a regular girl thing to do.
I'm just like the type of girl, like, don't put me in a situation where I'm uncomfortable, because then at that point, like, you just opened up a door, and now I'm just gonna want to know for sure. If you're not telling me the truth, I'm gonna want to dig, and I'm not the one.
All right, so let's go back to that story.
Okay, yeah. So
you woke me up. You woke him up.
Yes.
He unlocked the phone without knowing that he was doing that.
Yes.
And what happened next?
He didn't even realize he did it.
What happened next is that I took a few phone numbers off his phone. Like I
deleted them or blocked them.
I deleted a couple people off his social media.
Women.
Yes. Just because I felt like doing it. Not that it mattered, because if I knew if you wanted to add them again, you could just do that. But I did it just to do it. And then I took a few numbers that I saw that he was texting, because I wanted to look up the numbers and see who these females were.
Okay.
And I went on his Snapchat, and that's where I saw like the most horrendous shit ever, because
oh shit.
Yes, he was telling these girls, "Oh, you're so beautiful." And I'm looking, I even took pictures of the girls. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like if anything, if you're going to be with somebody else, like please be with somebody that's just like way better than me in some type of way." Like,
so they were not beautiful?
No.
They were not beautiful.
To you or to him?
Well, clearly to me, but
it was to you, because to him.
Well, one
beautiful.
girl had this filter, and she had like the blue eyes, and he was like, beautiful eyes, and I'm like, those are not her eyes. I don't know. It was just like it was just like corny conversations I was seeing.
But guess what? Let me stop you for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Sometimes, guys, we say those things because you just want to smash the girl. You know she's not that good like that. You just say this thing to make them feel comfortable. Just smash. Maybe you didn't even think she's that beautiful.
I thought that too. And I also saw that he was sending videos.
Videos of what?
Of himself.
Naked?
Yes. To other people. Yes. It was horrendous. And they were sending videos back. So that was when I was like, this is crazy.
People still do that thing?
I guess so.
Dick pic.
Bro, I would never do that shit. I'm sorry.
No.
Same here. I don't do that shit either.
I think that's very weird for a man.
I don't
to
even
do
ask
that.
for a woman to do this thing to me. I want to see in real life.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not,
But that's what I was trying to tell him. I was trying to tell him, like, you have a problem. Because the next day, so anyways, I went home at 3 in the morning that morning. But I sent myself some stuff.
So that was over his house or your house?
His house.
Okay.
Yep. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, I left his phone there. At that point, he probably, when he would have opened his phone, he would know that the last application wasn't what he was looking at. So I made it obvious that I was obviously looking.
Yeah.
So I went home 3 in the morning. He calling me at 5 in the morning.
So you left his house at 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. and I went home.
Why? Because you were mad?
Because I didn't want to be near him.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's so crazy because I liked him so much that I don't know. I was willing to look past all of that if he were to change. I was willing because I liked him so much. Okay. I was like, this isn't, he's a great, great person, but all of his tendencies ruined it.
Okay.
So at 5 in the morning, he's calling me. I can't sleep, of course. Calling me. I'm not answering because now I want him to sweat. I want him to be like shitting bricks, which he did. He had diarrhea for like 5 days. Because he was like all like fucked up about me finding out about everything and how he didn't want to lose me on top of that. But he's calling me. So the next morning I go over his house and we're talking about everything. And he's like still kind of like downplaying it all. Like, that's not a big deal. It's like, I don't understand I'm with you every day. Like, why? Like, I don't understand what the big problem is, essentially.
True, though.
It's true, but it's at the same, because he even said to me one day, he's like, I can work hard, I can pay all the bills, I can be there for you, I can support you and all this stuff, but he's like, sometimes I'm unfaithful. And I'm like, but why are you telling me this now? After everything that we just been through, like everything we go through every single day to day, I help him so much. I'm like, why are you telling me this now? Basically because I caught him. He was now coming clean, talking about how he really is on the inside. And then I found out he subscribed to an OnlyFans.
Oh, no, that's a little too much.
Do you know who he was watching on OnlyFans?
No, I don't.
Was he watching or was he...
Well, this...
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah,
Did he have an OnlyFans account?
I mean, if you subscribe, that means
you have an
has
OnlyFans
to watch
account.
something.
Oh, so you
just
can
don't subscribe without watching, though.
Yep, so I went to
So you subscribe to OnlyFans and you can watch.
But you have to subscribe to somebody, though, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, the thing, I never had...
How does OnlyFans
don't
work,
know.
though? How does it work? I don't know.
I don't know about... Let's just be logical. If you subscribe to something...
He's watching it, yeah.
That means you have to watch at least
No,
something.
Yeah,
how is the
watch
subscription?
something.
Like, subscription, is it to one person or to... Like, you just subscribe to the
Well,
whole
another
OnlyFans
thing is I wonder if when you go subscribe, I wonder if it's like, do you want to be a person who shows videos or do you want to be a person who watches videos?
True.
I wonder if that's an option.
I really don't know how OnlyFans
Yeah, I don't know
works.
how it works.
Yeah, I've never.
But
I just see all the memes online.
So how do girls make money then if you're subscribing to OnlyFans as a whole? Maybe you subscribe to one person, right?
Well, he subscribed to a couple of people that I
see?
saw. So
See?
he's basically they have an account and they post content and then you pay, certain amount monthly, whatever their charges are.
They did too much, man.
Like whatever the person's charges.
Yes, because there's people that can charge $10 a month and there's people that can charge $100 a month. It all depends on what
these girls are making money.
Oh yeah.
Well then,
So I went to his house one day and
My
I took a
goodness.
shower. I know, it's crazy. I was taking a shower and I went over to his phone and I tapped the screen just to see the time.
So that was
But
after that night you left.
after that
you
night,
came
that was-
back again.
yes.
You went back again.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I know, but it's funny. That's why I said earlier, I feel like this is so embarrassing. Like, the story is going to get crazier. What I did, it
Ooh,
was
I
just...
want the juice.
You'll
Keep
never
going.
know. But people, I told my best friend because I'm like, because I know I'm not a crazy person. I genuinely mean well, and I'm very passionate about how I feel. So when I'm trying to prove a point, I'm going to make sure that I prove that point to the furthest extent, so that you know exactly what I'm trying to prove. So yeah, I went back to his house and I tapped on the screen, but also because I wanted to see if I saw any notifications. So I saw the 2 Gmail emails and it said, oh, okay, you subscribed to so-and-so, whatever. And I was like, okay. So I went over to him and I said, I don't make you happy, because that's how I perceive that. Like if you're a man and you're in a relationship and you have to go search elsewhere online for nudes or whatever, you know, what have you, I can't believe or feel that I'm satisfying you the way you feel like you need to be satisfied if you have to go out there. That's
from a woman perspective.
Correct.
Do you still think like that now?
Does he think like that?
No, do you still think like that?
I mean, sometimes I feel like, yeah, like, I mean, I think, you know, if you want to go online and see videos like that, it's okay in moderation. When you find yourself addicted to certain things like that, it gets in the way of your relationship, the way you make that person feel, because it takes away from the other person's sexual needs.
Gotcha.
That makes sense?
No, that makes sense.
Because then you're not in the mood, but then the other person's in the mood, but you've already been taken care of.
Did he satisfy you though?
I mean, sometimes.
Not always.
Not always, but that's because I knew that he was looking for things, and that's why I was more suspicious. Like, he's definitely finding something. Because I've never had a problem with men my whole life. Never, I have to say. Anytime I've been in a relationship or someone I like, you know, especially sexually, like, I can't say I've ever had any complaints in that sense.
So you're a freak?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, so you're a freak. Okay.
In a good way, though. We mean, there's nothing but love.
Freak is a freak.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's levels to it, though. When
there's
you're just
levels
a freak.
to it.
So for 1 to 10, where are you?
If I like you, a 10.
Maybe 11, right?
11.
Okay. Get back to the story.
But yeah, so in 2 weeks, it got really bad. Because one day he said to me, hey, do you mind, like, bringing me to my appointment in the morning? Because he had a car, but something happened to it. So
wait, after the OnlyFans, finding out that he has subscribed on OnlyFans.
Yep, I told him I don't make him happy, and he goes, of course you make me happy. You make me very happy. And I'm like, I'm confused. So I left, and that later on that day.
You came back.
I came back.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
I came back, yeah. It's just so hard sometimes in the moment.
You were in love, pretty much.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing things.
The dick was that good?
I wasn't seeing with clarity.
It was all around. He was making it seem like he was going to be there to be a stepdaddy to her kids.
He wanted to meet my kids. He met my... I was with somebody for 4 years before that, and he never met my children. He never met my
4 years?
4 years.
Damn, you were that good. You didn't even show him to your...
I never showed him to my children because I was so scared. And then here I am, like, completely, like...
Head over
heels over this guy.
Did he meet your kids?
He did meet my children. He did.
How far in?
I think like a month or two, maybe.
Shit, that fast. That
See, when a girl likes you, man.
Bro, when a girl likes you, bro, they like you.
Yes. When they like you, they like you.
Let me tell you, he did nothing but come up off me. In every way, shape, or form. In every way. He didn't have his like apartment put together, and when I met him, like, I knew people that were selling mattresses on a low deal for his room. And I was like, that's my family. Like, they'll give you a good discount. They gave him a good discount.
Bro, when women like you, bro.
I even fronted the money for
homeless, it. They'll still fuck you.
They'll still fuck with you. It don't matter.
I even fronted the money for it because I had it in the moment. So he was like, I'll give it back to you, whatever. So he did. He did give it back to me. But it's the point. I still did you that favor. You know what I mean? And I feel like that should count for something. So at least I thought it did. So I even helped him pick out his new bedroom set, everything. What didn't we do together?
All right, let's go back to the story. So he called you after you came back that night.
I came back that night.
Yeah.
I told him, like, I don't know what to think anymore. And he's like, he's lost for words. He never has anything much to say besides it's not that serious. He's not seeing it from my point of view. But I think it's also because his immaturity level. That's when I started realizing how immature he truly is on the inside. If you can't step out, look things from the outside in and just see someone's perspective and try to understand why. I mean, I was his partner, so it was strange how he wasn't seeing why I was all upset. I was like, would you like, but he also was like, I don't want you to be with other men, but it was okay for him to be with other women. That's another thing that I just couldn't wrap my head around because that's not the type of love I'm looking for. You know what I mean? If I wanted to be in an open relationship, I would have just said, hey, you do you. I do me, but then also STDs are involved and all this other stuff. So I was, it's not something that I want to risk.
Yeah.
So he asked me one day, hey, a few days after this, when we met up again, and he says, can you take me to my appointment in the morning? I'm like, sure. He fucked up because I was with him that night at 8:30, and he says to me, hey, I don't want to be alone. Hang out with me. And I'm like, okay, but I have to get home because my kids, such and such, I'm going to be here early in the morning. So I hung out with him till like 8:30, 8:45, I went home. He texted me around 1:30 in the morning, and I read the message at 5 a.m. And the message said, hey, I don't feel well. My stomach's been bothering me. I took some medication. Don't call me before 7:30. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't call you before 7:30 unless when I was doing him the favor to take him to work.
Before 4:30 p.m.
7:30 a.m. Yes. So
So when did he text you again?
Texted me at 1:30 in the morning. I saw the message at 5 in the morning. And he said, don't call me before 7:30 a.m. because I'm trying to sleep in. So I said to myself, first of all, I know you're not working. I don't call you before 7:30 in the morning unless I know I have to bring him to work.
Yeah, he fucked up.
He fucked up. So I said, nah. I got up out my bed. I was like, he's got a bitch in the house right now. Got in my car. He lives up the street.
You toxic.
Well, he fucked up. I got in the car.
Shit.
Pulled up to his house. And this was...
It's like a movie.
Then there's a couple of other occasions where I pulled up to his house too, but I didn't see nothing. So I pulled up to his house, and I saw a car in the back.
That wasn't his.
That was not his, no. Okay. Not one of his friends. And I know the people that live there, so I was like, I never seen that car here.
Shit.
So I parked my car right behind it. Lock that person right in. Mm-hmm. Go up to the car. I took one look in there. I saw a pair of heels. This is a girl's car.
Shit. You took Uber back home. That'd be the best thing. You park your car there, you left, you went back home for Uber.
I know they would have towed my car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So I said I have one or two options right now. So he had two phones.
Yeah.
And one of his phones was connected to my car. Okay. To my Bluetooth.
Okay.
So I'm in my car. I'm like, I'm going to call him. I'm calling him. And on my screen, incoming call, home. Like.
So your name was saved as home.
Home.
Smart dude.
Out of nowhere, because it was not like that previously. So I hung up because obviously he's not getting the call upstairs because I'm getting the call in my car. So like I said, I have two options. I can either go through the side door or I can go through the fire escape.
Shit.
Well, the side door was locked. So I was like,
God.
Well, I didn't even check it.
Thank God.
I didn't even check it because I knew it was. But I said to myself, I said, you know what? This is going to be like my final bang. Like, this is what he's going to really know.
Someone's going to jail.
So I've been up that fire escape already once before because he had forgot his keys one day. And it was just easy for me to climb up there.
He was big?
He was no. It was just easier for me. He's actually 6 feet tall, and
so why is he making you climb the fire escape? He should have climbed it.
He wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
I had to get inside.
I see.
And he forgot his keys. He didn't have them in my car. He didn't give them to me, so I went up through the fire escape. But that day I was like, I'm going up that fire escape. I'm going up there. He left his window wide open. So I go on the fire escape, and I look through the window, and I see them both.
Fucking.
No.
I think it would have been worse. If
it would
have been worse.
It was so funny because she was like all wrapped up in a blanket, and he was wrapped up in his own blanket.
Oh,
but it was
they
like
were comfortable.
Yeah, so he was like in the corner of the bed, like almost falling off. Like she had like 3/4 of the bed. I didn't see anything suspicious, like clothes everywhere. Like he tells me that he didn't with her, but I don't believe it. He's there with her. That's, it doesn't matter.
You didn't see anything suspicious. The fact that another woman is on the bed.
Yeah.
That's already suspicious.
That's
with
already,
the blanket, bro.
With the blanket.
In other words, like I didn't see her like titties out.
It doesn't matter.
Dick out. I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but it's like, it would have been more traumatizing, in other words.
Wow, when a woman likes you, bro.
I know I'm telling you my point
Even
of view.
just the heels are the doors. The worst thing.
Jesus.
So I saw them and I took a picture of them. I was like, snap. I get right in the window. And I stumbled over a couple of his shoes. And he woke up. And he kept looking at me like this.
So wait, you went inside the room?
I went inside the house, yeah.
And the girl was inside the house as well?
Yeah, she was sleeping. Quote unquote sleeping.
After sex?
Yeah, probably.
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Of course, he is such a liar. Trust me, I know. Because I even said to him, I was like, I don't care if you sit here up and down and tell me nothing happened. It doesn't matter if nothing really did happen. It doesn't matter because you were still there with somebody. Like, but regardless, sleeping. So regardless, and I had just been there. Like I was just there. It's crazy. So then he's opening his eyes and he can't stop blinking. And I'm looking at him and all I said to him was, do you see? Do you see what you're doing? And he got up off that bed. He looked like a ghost. And he's a little brown. He's not white. He looked like a ghost. He was like, come on, let's go talk out here. I'm like, no.
So when you guys were talking, was it like in the same room as the girl?
Yes,
or was
same room.
But the girl was still sleeping?
She was, yes. But I found out later on that she was fake sleeping.
Because he told girl. She's smart.
Oh, yeah, she's smart. She did not want to have, I had no words for her. Because at the end of the day,
it's not her fault.
I mean, I thought about it. I'm like, I could have.
She wanted some D, so
it's not her fault.
Yeah.
The guy approached and then she went to think.
She most likely didn't know what was going on.
She didn't attack her. She attacked the nigga.
I mean, right. I mean, I'm not like that. That's one thing. I'm not a violent person.
Thank God.
Especially if I'm not if over my kids, I would be. But I said to him, I said, hey, like, this is what you're doing. Look what you're doing. He was telling me up and down before that. He's not seeing anybody else, all this stuff. So we walk out of the room because I thought about it. I'm like, I could have gone in there and like snatched the blankets off them and made a whole like ruckus. And then for what though? Because I'm looking at her like she's stupid. Because I've been with him every day for 5 months now. And to me, like, I'm like, who is she?
Maybe she's not. Maybe she knew the deal. She was fine to be the sidekick.
Yeah, or maybe she knew the deal. Either A, she knew the deal, or two, she was gonna look at me like I'm stupid. You know, like I don't know what he's been telling her. I don't know what they think.
Yeah.
So
maybe she is the main chick. You never know, man.
Yeah, definitely.
She traveled. She just came back.
You know, but see, that's how heartbreaking this situation is because you could be with someone every single day and not have a clue. And not
know nothing.
And not have a clue. I mean, I got hit, like, he literally left me out in the rain, in a tornado, in a hurricane, all at once. Because I had a different perspective and different perception of what was happening in our relationship. Like, I thought it was not what it ended up being.
All right, so let's continue. So you guys were talking the same way as the girls.
Yes.
The girl was sleeping.
Yes, she was
sleeping.
So what
happened?
So we walked out of the room and he's like, I could call the police on you, all this stuff. I was like, call the police on me. Go ahead. He's like, you broke and entered in my home.
You did.
I did. I was like, I absolutely did.
Yep.
I did. 100% I did. But I did for a valid reason.
No.
For a valid reason.
You don't own the guy.
No, I don't own the guy, but a valid reason for me. Because I wanted him to know, like, he was not going to pull a fast one on me. You know, I wasn't going to leave there fighting or screaming at anybody.
Yeah.
But I wanted him to know.
Shit.
Like, look, this is who you're fucking with.
Yeah.
This is who you're dealing with right now.
Oh my God.
So we had a whole conversation. He left. He followed me outside. Mm-hmm. And he sat in my car for 2 hours while she was sitting upstairs the whole time. And he's like, I want you to help me be different. Help me through this. I don't want to be this way. And I'm just like confused. And I'm looking at him like, what do you mean you don't want to be this way? You are this way. Look what you're doing. Like, you tell me you want to be with me and you want to live the rest of your life with me and all this stuff. And you can picture your life with me. But then you're here doing all these things. Mm-hmm. You're addicted to things on your phone you shouldn't be addicted to. It's getting in the way of our relationship. Like, I'm not understanding. We're not seeing eye to eye. Yeah. So after that, I think he pretty much knew it was over. But he would constantly contact me.
So when that happened, was it like how many months in you guys were?
5 months.
5 months in.
Exactly, 5 months.
Okay.
Yep, and then...
So after that day... You left the girl. You didn't say nothing to the girl.
Nothing to the girl.
You didn't cause any scenes, nothing.
Never, no. I just
left.
left.
After y'all talk, you just left.
I just left, yep.
How long was the talk? Like an
hour? For like 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah, because I didn't leave. I got there at 5, well, maybe 2.5 hours, because I got there at like 5:30. When I was in his window, it was 5:30. I saw the clock, and I didn't leave there till like 8:10, 8 something like that. And she knew the whole time. She was upstairs sitting there like a what do you call that? Like a duck sitting there, just.
She probably was awake, listening to everything.
Everything. She knew everything, and he said to me when he went back up there, because she called somebody to come pick her up because she was scared, because her perspective, like this girl just came through the window.
Wait, was the girl Latino too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In her perspective, which I understand.
Latina.
Yes, there you go.
Latina.
She was Latina too, and from her perspective, a whole girl just came through your window.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck? She was probably like, because he told me that she said to him, "Do you just have girls coming through your window like that? Like that's fucking weird." And he told me, he said to her, "No."
Trap house.
He was like, "No, I actually like have something with her. That's why she was that angry and upset and came in here like that." And she said to him, "Either her or me." And he told her to go. That's what he said. But I don't believe him because he lies about everything.
Wait, he didn't say.
He probably said leave right now.
He didn't pick anyone. He just said just go.
Right.
He's smart dude, bro. He's smart.
He's
dude.
a motherfucker. That's what he is. He's a motherfucker. Let me tell you, that's a perfect situation.
He's a lawyer, bro.
Nobody. He didn't pick anybody. He just said,
Yeah, he didn't pick anybody. He said just go.
But that's what I mean.
Just get out of here.
That's what I mean when I tell you that he says nothing. Because that's a whole lot of nothing. He said something,
God.
but it meant a whole lot of
it
nothing.
meant a whole lot of nothing.
Because he should have said to her, "No, I pick her, go." But he didn't say that, according to him.
Oh my goodness.
He had my chain on. I
Okay.
even had to ask him for my chain back because he wasn't trying to give me back my chain, taking pictures and stuff. And
5 months? You were that deep?
Wow.
Man, listen.
Shit, I didn't meet a girl like that.
Man,
I wish other girls had
I had his food ready every day. On top of my schedule, how crazy my schedule is, I had his food made every day. Like he was not missing nothing. Nothing. But the second I felt, and then, what really did it,
What am I doing wrong here?
what really did it was that he
Man, we can give you advice. We can give you advice.
for the wrong ones.
what
Going
really,
for the wrong ones.
what really did it was he unfollowed me on my social media.
He did that day?
No, this
After
was
that
like
day?
this was like 2 weeks later, maybe after that, two or 3 weeks later after that day.
So wait, after that night,
yes,
well, you left in the morning. After that, did you guys meet again?
yes, we met up. We met quite a few times up, but casual.
Did you guys had sex? Did
Never.
you guys have sex after that day?
No,
No sex.
never
Okay.
again. Nope, because I don't know who he's been with, and I don't feel comfortable.
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing? Spit it out.
Is she lying?
No. No, I don't know if she's lying. I don't think she is.
Oh shit!
No. I don't think she is. I'm laughing because it's just like, it's just funny. It's just, it's just a funny situation that all this happened to her.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It's
This is why I didn't want to share it, but he was like,
Smelling something. Okay, but anyways.
embarrassing is okay. It's embarrassing.
It's
man.
embarrassing. It's funny. Like,
It's
So you guys met a
embarrassing.
few times.
Yes, we met
just
a few
talking?
times just talking, and he was like, this is where it was like crazy because he was like, "Can we just be friends?"
You asked that.
Yes. He was like, "Can we just be cool? Can we just be friends?" I'm like, and I looked at him, I said, "Why do I want to be your friend?"
Friend with benefit though.
He doesn't even want that. He's like,
So you didn't want to have sex with you anymore?
No. Nope.
Wasn't that good?
Not on my end.
Okay.
He didn't, I feel like he didn't want to because he knew at that point that he was,
You already fucked up.
he almost, I felt like it was almost like a pride thing. Like I fucked up his ego when I caught him with that girl.
But let's be honest.
I think he needed her. That's what I think. And he needed her because she had what he didn't have. A car. He couldn't get to his appointments. He couldn't get to work. And he knew this girl was going to hold him down.
I think there's more into that.
Yeah. I mean,
Those are superficial. There's
superficial,
more
but a
into
lot
that.
of men will do that. A lot of men will use the girl's car over and over and over again, or her apartment, or whatever it is. Like, it's weird, but they'll do it.
Was he trying to get back to you?
No.
Nothing?
No, a couple of times I even asked him for a kiss and he wouldn't.
So you pretty much were Oh, you were willing to get back to him, right? You were open for it.
I gave him a chance. I said, hey, if you promise to cut this shit out and not do this, it's only been 5 months.
So if you wanted friends with benefit, you would have gone for that too.
I would have, because I've.
Shit.
But maybe.
I'm in the wrong business, man.
Maybe because I liked him that much. I really I'm screaming.
We're in the wrong business, man. No, you guys are in the right business because you're getting game right now.
Shit, we don't need games. We need actions.
I mean, I did everything that I could possibly do for him.
Like what?
Like everything. Like what didn't I do for him? I fed him.
So, quick question though. Why do you guys go for those type of guys? Though? I'm still lost.
You know what? But that's the problem.
It's like no car, nothing.
We get bamboozled.
He bamboozled the fuck out of me.
We get bamboozled. We don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure you had some decent guys, but you just didn't pick them. I'm pretty sure you had.
You see the way she smoked? That means yes, bro.
That means a lot, though. Smoke some more. I think you need it.
It's a mental illness. It's a mental illness. It has to be.
It is.
It
Facts.
has to be, man. Because it's like, I liked him so much, but I'm
pretty sure you'll be okay to share him with other guys, other women too. If you made it like.
No, not willingly.
You're saying that now?
Not willingly, no. I mean, the thing is, I saw past his flaws.
Yeah,
I saw the potential that I know that he has.
Potential?
Like potential, like
what's that potential?
in other
That's
words,
the thing.
in other words, potential.
Nigga had no car. What potential?
I mean, no, he
He's
didn't.
gonna get the potential slow.
He didn't have a car because he got himself into a situation with it. But I knew that once.
Don't give him the benefit of the doubt.
But I knew that once he was able to get good, he was gonna succeed. I knew that because he had ambition and he had motivation and he was trying. Like he was never a lazy person. He woke up every day.
Ambition doesn't pay the bills.
I know. Which I saw a video one day that said that something along the words of like, you can't just wait or spend time on somebody or hope for things to get better because you see their potential. That's not giving you anything in that moment. And when I realized that, I definitely realized that with him, and I cut it off and I said, hey, no more, if you don't want to be with me, then I can't be friends with you.
Hey, and I'm glad that you realized that in only 5 months.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Because
that sounds
it took me 12 years.
Oh shit, you got something too?
To realize that.
We need to get back to you too. 12 years?
12 years.
5? But that 5 months sounds like 10 years to me.
It's crazy. He even knows this. He's like, I can't believe this. So after I cut him off, he kept calling me.
Okay.
Calling me for favors.
Favors only.
Yes, favors only.
Jesus, even worse.
Yes. So
that's what I'm saying. He was using her.
I would say to him,
never call a girl for a favor.
He needed her. He needed her. Nobody else was doing the things that she was doing.
But he was ambitious, right?
He was super ambitious. Super ambitious to call her for a
sarcasm.
Oh, what type of favors though? Let's elaborate.
Okay, so he wanted me to help him because he was like, I'm going to start a small business. I'm going to buy some stuff, get all these things and sell it. I know.
Bullshit,
I mean, when I say ambitious, I meant like he had a vision. He told me that how he foresaw his future. He told me.
Everybody does.
I know.
Anybody can say that.
I know, but it's hard to find a guy that can say to you, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want for myself in the future. This is where I want to be when I'm 40. Like we had
a guy over here from Rhode Island too that said he wants to manage 10 girls. I said, that's his ambition.
Yeah, that guy.
You remember that guy?
But I mean,
everybody has a future. Everybody has a mission, bro.
In a business form. Like he wanted to have his own business. Like he had goals.
Okay.
And that's what I was like. Okay, at least he had goals, and he wanted to be. I know he wanted to be his best version of himself, but he was also his worst enemy.
Yeah.
So I know throughout this process, I also helped him self-reflect. So when he was calling me for that favor, he was like, "Can you help me? Spread the word that I'm selling these things to your friends." And I said to him, but you have more girlfriends than I do. And he was so upset.
Smart. That was a smart answer.
Yeah, because I'm like, why do you want me to ask all my girlfriends?
one.
I was like, you have many girlfriends, more girlfriends than me. And he was like, oh, we'll talk later. Oh, and then he hung up the phone on me. I was like, okay, goodbye. He calls me again.
Different day or same day?
Different day.
Okay.
He was like, hey, do you think you can give me a ride to work if I give you gas money? And I was like, I'm tired. I didn't want to wake up in the morning to have to bring him there.
Yep.
How old was the guy again?
He was 4 years younger than me. So if I'm 30.
So 26.
He's young. He's still young.
But he had like the way he came across was like he had his maturity level was up there. But when I really got to know him, I realized that it really wasn't.
No.
You know, I saw him for who he truly was. So even recently, he wanted to smoke with me, but he didn't have any weed. He wanted me to come by with it.
Yeah, you okay? You were open to go to smoke with him too?
No. I wanted to. My heart wanted to.
That's what I said.
Of course I wanted to be there with him. I'm
still like the guy.
I'm still asphyxiated on all the good times we had.
She fell in love with him.
You
I
see
think.
into the guy. If it comes correct, you might get him back. Pretty much. That's why I see it. You're not over him 100%.
If he changes.
That's what I'm saying. If he comes correct.
Or not even changes, he just fixes 20% of the problem.
No. If he makes some, I think if he makes some good lies again,
yes,
lie a little better.
Lie a little better so I don't catch him.
Yeah, you're not over him yet.
That's what I'm saying. If he fixes 20%, like let's say if he gets a car.
I'm not over the idea of what he was. Because my niece.
Wait.
My niece.
What's the difference?
The potential.
I guess the person that I thought he was.
Create some bullshit words over the idea that he was.
Yeah, because the idea.
It is an idea. It's an idea. It's our expectations of a man that we need to not have. Don't have any expectations. Right. Don't think about their potential. Don't think about the expectations of what you think this man could be.
Right, because that doesn't get me anywhere.
No, he's not. He's not. It's where our imagination it runs wild.
We are more realistic.
Yes, you guys are more logical. Women are more. I
see that.
Oh my goodness, it's so annoying. I hate being
woman.
When you
start a church, it's mostly women.
Yeah, maybe I should lie better. I don't lie enough.
Well, my niece said to me,
no,
because I'm really close with my niece, and I shared with her what happened, and she goes, Jaslyn, he did all the things that you don't want done in a relationship. He did them to you. Yeah. And I said to her, I'm like, I know, I'm an idiot. I allowed it to happen. Like I saw a red flag. I saw a red flag. But I was so what's that word? Asphyxiated. Asphyxiated. Yeah. On the thought or the idea of the person I thought he was, or the person that I thought he could be in my life. Does that make sense?
It's like he was waving a red flag in your face.
Yes.
But you didn't see it.
Right.
It was a vacation red flag.
Because we also had so much fun together. It was like something totally different than I've experienced. We were spontaneous. Everything was, at least our good times.
Yeah.
But he also gave me a whole bunch of bad times. So that, it made me come to realization that I don't believe that I could ever give him a second chance. And if I were to think of me, that's me thinking logically.
I don't believe that.
No, but I have to think logically. My heart wants to be like, you know what? See the good in him. See the good in somebody. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't do that again, or maybe they'll learn their lesson or respect you, but I don't believe that happens in, even after 2 or 3 months after this happening. I don't even believe that this is capable. He'd have to be maybe 35 or somewhere in a different point in his life where he's really ready to find someone that can offer him stability.
And that's if you're available at that time.
He even told me one day, he was like, you know what, Jaslyn, I'm scared. I'm scared to entregarte, like to give myself to you. I'm scared to open up, to really let you in. He's like, you're the first person that's ever shown me stability, all this stuff. Like, I've never been in a situation like this. Like,
bullshit.
And I'm like, who the fuck is gonna say all of that?
It's bullshit, bro.
It's bullshit, right?
It is.
I'm like, how is someone gonna say all these things about somebody that's so positive? Right? He can sit there all day long and tell you all these positive things about me. He's Dominican. But then say, I'm not into you, though.
You know what? He found your weak point.
Yes.
And he knows how to keep hitting that weak point.
He studied you very well.
Yeah, he really studied you for real.
He did. He bamboozled me. That's why I told you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. To me, it seems like you like the guy more than your baby daddies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Way
yeah,
more.
Your baby's
way
daddy,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, my kids.
I can sense it. Yeah. How long you been with your baby daddy?
I was with him for 8 years.
8 years. So somebody that own 5 years, but okay. Women nature.
That 5 months is like 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
He really
Yeah.
had me like
That's
I
crazy.
couldn't believe it.
You felt more connected to him than your baby's daddy.
Yes,
Wow.
she did.
Yeah, I can clearly see it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, it was definitely an eye opener.
Yeah.
Really was.
And you're not completely out yet, to be honest. If it comes correct, he can get you back.
Like I just said, if he fixes 20%,
Yeah.
20,
Of
just
all-
20.
You
Just
see,
20.
She
Maybe
even
even
saying
5.
just
She even
20%.
said
Yeah.
even 5.
I'm just kidding. I'm going along with your sarcasm.
Okay.
No, but like
I
no, but like 20% though, you go back.
You go back.
No, because
I
then
think
that
20%.
then what? That 80% I have to deal with.
You'll be fine.
I lost weight. I lost
So the weight loss is because of him.
not just because of him. Other stresses in my life, but that was
Yeah.
one of I lost.
So his stress was at least 80%.
No, it wasn't just him. I have a whole other. I have my kids, my personal life, my family, and he was just definitely adding more
to
to that.
Wow.
My mental, it was everything. It was I have 3 different jobs. I do so much within my day, and I was trying to keep up with something that clearly wasn't taking me anywhere.
Lord.
I don't know, and I'm like, I've never been treated like that by any man.
But you might. So you never had a man of that type before? Never?
Never showed me infidelity. Like my kid's father, he wasn't all the nicest, but he never cheated on me. He never wasn't.
So you say he never cheated on you or you never found out? Which one?
Well,
I mean, her detective skills are pretty good, so I think she would have found out if
So
her
you're
baby
telling
daddy.
me 8 years he never smashed you? You were the only punani he was entering.
yeah.
Okay. According to you, though.
Because he was also scared to lose his family. Because he grew up in the same home with his father and his mother, in the same house. He was brought to that house as a newborn baby. And they've still owned the house. He grew up out of that house. His parents still live there. Like, he had a different upbringing.
Okay.
He wanted to be, he saw his example with his parents. They've been married like 40 years now. And I'm not sure if they step out, but according to him, or what he feels happens there, it's like he wants to be like that. He wants to be with someone and settle and be home with that person, with the kids. And I got that from, even when he wasn't happy, I don't think he stepped out.
So you have made 2 kids. Why you left him? Or who left who?
I left him.
Why?
He just wasn't considerate of my feelings.
That's some bullshit reason, though. You're going to break your family because of your feelings?
Of course.
That's selfish.
Because if he's hurting my feelings, he's hurting my children.
How did he hurt your feelings?
Okay, by not taking into consideration that I was working, I was tired. If I backtrack for when I had my children, so I went through 9 months of pregnancy. My son was 1 month old when I got pregnant again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went, I was
Say 1 month?
1 month old, my son, yeah. And I got pregnant
The
again.
fuck?
Yeah.
I know. Clearly, I didn't plan my children. And he was just very inconsiderate. Like, that's where it started when they were little. So I stuck it out for many years, before I threw in the towel. But he'd come home. I'd be breastfeeding my son.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be tired because I slept 1 hour probably because my little one was still waking up for a bottle every night.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, why didn't you do the dishes? Or why didn't you do that? Or why didn't you do this? And I'm like, I haven't taken a shower in 3 days. Like, literally.
Stinking
Up the house, probably, You know how it is as a newborn mom.
I do.
I'm pumping milk. I'm like, I have not taken care of me.
Yep.
Where I'm looking for a man to be like, babe, give me the baby. Go take a shower. Do you want to go get your nails done? Do you want to just go sit for an hour somewhere? Give me $50 towards my toes. Like, let me just go sit down. I've been home all day. I haven't, look at me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. And he could never, ever do that for years. For years and years and years, he could never just set aside how he was feeling and put me first. And I feel like that's where he messed up, because for a man, if you know your woman's happy or you do the little things, because it's the little things that matter with women.
Yeah.
It's the smallest things, like flowers or just
Small
like...
lies.
No, not those.
Stop.
Those get you into trouble. But when you want a woman to really, like, be into you and keep that going,
all those little gestures count.
Mm-hmm.
All those little gestures count. You can tell her she's beautiful every single day. Tell her, you're beautiful. I love you. And she won't even know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You're beautiful. I love you. You got some flowers. You got a little wine. I made you some coffee, baby. Here you go. That woman wouldn't even think twice.
Nah, BS.
Of what you're doing.
You
BS?
saying that, but once you get those type of men, probably you don't even like those type of guys.
No. I do like those type of guys.
They're too good for you.
No.
Have you had
like
one
those
before?
type of guys as long as they're masculine about it.
I see.
A nice little deep voice, a masculine energy. Here, baby.
You judging someone based on their voice?
Here's your coffee, mama. Mm-hmm. You okay?
Jesus.
Mommy, you look beautiful, okay? Mm-hmm. I just want to tell you that. That's very attractive to a woman.
Okay.
Not, look beautiful, sweetie. Here you go.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Made you some coffee.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? There's a difference. Gotcha. There are feminine men out there, and there are masculine men who will portray different energies when they say things. Women love to hear a man with a good deep voice. Women love to hear a man the way he says things, the way, especially romance. Like, it builds for a woman.
Just go with the Africans, man.
Yes. It builds.
They love light-skinned girls.
Yes. And listen, that is a reason why a lot of women love black men. Like, it's just, ooh, hold up. Something's different.
Black men
that
don't
Caribbean,
cheat. That's another thing, too.
African,
I read that recently.
Yeah,
black men don't cheat.
We don't cheat, though.
I think it's bullshit.
I think that's bullshit. I mean, I think that's only bullshit because
bullshit.
I dealt with a Cape Verdean, so I don't know. But I don't know. I think if I found myself a really decent black man, he would just love and adore me.
You keep manifesting. It's going to happen.
Yeah. But the thing is like, I also think, like, do I want another black man?
Oh, shit.
Or...
A white man.
No.
Asian?
Me, you know, a Latino. Yeah, like, I'm wondering now, maybe it'd be best if I settle down with a Latino because I can speak my language.
I think black men would be best.
Yeah.
Try it.
I love my black men.
I mean,
I love them.
Here's the thing.
I've never dated
Latino
a
as
black man.
Oh, I see Latinos are black though.
I see Latino as black.
No, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Wait, you say you
but
never
I
dated a
just
black
like
man?
being able to speak my language.
One.
Okay, so that counts. So,
but never been in a full relationship.
You should try. You would love it.
Yeah.
It was really nice. It was different.
They're very caring.
But why you guys don't pick them?
Is it because of the community?
No.
Judged?
No.
They're too dark?
No.
Because I've had people that.
No. I love everything about them. I think because I already experienced a couple black men, but this one, my baby daddy, who is Cape Verdean, is just really ruined it for me. And I feel like now maybe they're all the same.
They're not the same.
And you're right, because I never thought like that before. Mm-hmm. You are right. I never thought men are all the same. I don't think like that. I do not think like that. I love giving different men chances because I know all of them are so different in their own way.